Alright guys, what is going on? BusterBarnes here, and if you clicked on this video, you will be aware that FIFA 21 is just around the corner. I believe it's October 1st, where we get 10 free hours of playing the game before the game actually fully releases on the 6th of October if you got the Ultimate or Champions Edition, or the 9th of October if you got the Standard Edition. I in fact got the Champions Edition, so I'll be getting that a bit early. But if you guys are OGs of this channel, you will know that on FIFA 15 and FIFA 16 I did do some Chelsea career modes. I also did a Schalke one as well, so if you want to go check those out, by all means do so. Obviously a bit old now, but still pretty fun at the time. But I will be giving you guys some options on which career modes I should be starting my FIFA 21 journey with. Usually I would be starting with a Chelsea career mode, however they've had a lot of transfer business. Maybe it wouldn't prove to be the most interesting to you guys. Maybe it would be. They will be included in the options, but without further ado, let me get into the potential teams that I could be using on FIFA 21. So one thing that I have stuck with when choosing these teams for selection is that they are all in the Premier League, mainly because all of the Premier League graphics and licensing is all in FIFA, so it would just be nice to start off with that. Not saying I will never go to other leagues, but just as my first career mode, I thought it would be nice to stick with the Premier League. The first team that you guys can vote for if you want to is Chelsea FC, which obviously is the team that I support, the team where videos are released on this channel weekly about. But the reason why I didn't just want to go with them straight away is because we have made a lot of transfer business, already brought in a lot of signings. However, there are still a few things that I could try to do. Maybe bring in Declan Rice and offload someone like a Jorginho. Maybe get rid of our left backs and have Chilwell, but also try and bring in someone to maybe compete with him. Also, we are short maybe one winger, so maybe a backup winger could be in the plans as well. And also, as Chelsea do have a fair bit of money, maybe I try and go all out and sign someone else. There is also another option that I could do, which is just completely have the transfer window turned off for the summer, so that I have to stick with the transfers that we've already made and just going on from the January transfer window in that season. If you guys do in fact vote for Chelsea and want to see me not use the transfer window and have that disabled, be sure to leave a comment below. But bringing me on to the second team is actually going to be Wolves, who did well last season, have a good manager, a good system, and the difference in using Wolves would be is number one, they haven't really reached any success yet, so it'd be really nice to drive them maybe into the top four and into those Champions League places. But also they do play with a three at the back system, which if I did have a Wolves career mode, I would definitely stick with that. It would be very different to play in that formation. I actually haven't played FIFA in quite a while, so it would be interesting anyway, but playing with a three at the back could prove to be interesting, fun, or maybe even very difficult. I'm not too sure, but it would be great fun to play with players like Jimenez, with Traore, Podence as well in the game. But some changes I could make: the back line getting a bit old, the wing backs, they obviously sold Doherty, they're getting in Semedo, the midfield as well, maybe I could make some fun signings in there as well, not sticking to the Portugal theme, which is what Wolves seem to do when they sign players. But I do think that could be a very interesting career mode to try and drive Wolves up to those Champions League places, and maybe even win the Premier League and Champions League, which will probably take maybe 2 or 3 seasons to do. Okay, so the third team is going to be Everton, maybe slightly similar to Wolves, however they didn't have as good a season last year. There are key areas that they can improve as well, maybe at goalkeeper, but also right back, centre back. They could really use another good winger as well, maybe even a better defensive midfielder than that of Decore. So I do think that doing an Everton career mode would actually be very interesting. I do have some deadwood players as well that I could sell on to build up a little bit more cash. I really like what Everton are doing at the moment. I really like Carlo Ancelotti and what he's built at the club. I think he's made some very good signings so far. Players like Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Digne will be very fun to use in the game as well. So I do think that maybe for you Everton fans, that it's been a while since you've really had some success at the club, all the way back in the 50s or 60s. So it could prove fun for me to try and drive Everton up, like Wolves, to that top 4 spot, win the Premier League, win the Champions League maybe. That could be very fun to do. Okay, so going on to the next teams, and this seems to be like a more of a rebuild period when I've got these next 2 teams, the final 2 teams as well. I'm going to start off with West Ham United. Now, they only just really barely avoided relegation last season. Their club is in turmoil, it's in disarray, and I think it'd be very interesting for me to take over at West Ham, try and drive them up the table, make them the club that their fans want them to be, that we all maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago expected them to be. It just hasn't really gone to plan for them. They do have some fun players who maybe aren't even really playing for them at the moment, who I could use. I think the defence probably needs revamping. Declan Rice, can I keep hold of him? They do have some older players as well. Haller, can I rediscover some form from him? Some wingers, Bowen, Felipe Anderson, will they be exciting to use? I think so. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to do a West Ham career mode as well. Voting for this will be explained for you guys in the description. But I really think that a rebuild of West Ham could be really interesting. And as always, I'll be trying my best to drive them up the league. Maybe even eventually win it or win the Champions League, which will probably take 3 to 4 seasons. But I will be committed to this career mode, whichever one you guys do choose. And finally, the last team, I wanted to go with a newly promoted team. And what better newly promoted team to go to than Leeds United? Obviously have a great manager already in Bielsa, have a great system. However, their players, there is some maybe gaps in the team. Their depth maybe isn't the best, which is shown when they do garner some injuries. It is a great story for them to have come to the Premier League finally. It's been so long since Leeds have been there. There's some transfers that I could definitely make. Definitely the whole squad as a whole could probably be improved, apart from maybe a player like a Calvin Phillips as well. So I think it's almost like a mini road to glory. Me taking Leeds from newly promoting into the Premier League to Champions League glory. So I think that could prove to be really fun, guys, and something that I'd be really interested in doing. Despite maybe the little rivalry between Leeds and Frank Lampard, I think that doing a Leeds career mode could be very exciting indeed. So those are my 5 options, guys. Chelsea, Wolves, Everton, West Ham United and Leeds United will be the teams that you guys can vote for, and whichever one gathers the most votes will be the one that I use in my first FIFA 21 career mode on this channel. So hope you guys do enjoy this concept. Hope you guys all vote as well. Please be sure to leave a like on this video if you guys did enjoy and are excited for FIFA 21 content coming back to this channel, for career mode content coming back to this channel. And also comment down below if you do vote Chelsea, if you want me to use the disabling of the transfer window as well. And also be sure to subscribe. If you guys want to see me play FIFA, you need to subscribe to this channel to make sure that you catch me every single time I upload a new episode. I will actually be using Facecam as well, which I didn't use in my previous career mode videos, so that should prove to be exciting to gather my full reactions to whether we win or lose games. That should be exciting as well. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.